How's it going, everyone? Went ahead and picked up something today. Let me see if it is what I think that it is. Sometimes I order stuff and forget about it. And it looks like it is what I was expecting. I saw this, I believe it was on a YouTuber Tactical Muffin Tops channel, and I thought they looked really cool. So I'm like, I want one of those. For what purpose? Just because there's times I've used my Predator machete for a few things that this might have been a little bit better at. Mainly because the other one, although it's made for a machete, it's not really good for chopping down something a little bit on the thicker side. This, however, might just do the trick. It's definitely got some heft to it, so I'm liking that. It wasn't overly expensive either. I thought it was going to be a little bit more after I saw it. And of course I saw it online, so I'm basing it off of that. This is already a broken piece right there. As you saw, I literally just opened it. So I'm not sure what happened there, but there's a couple of pieces. It's towards the base, but so it's a piece missing there, and this larger piece missing back here. I'm not sure if that's anything for the structural integrity of it, being that it looks like the support for it is just there, and this is on the bottom. So I'm not sure that'll affect anything. It doesn't look like it will. If it doesn't, I could probably just glue that on there for now, or contact them, but they'll probably make me return it. I hate returning things. It just takes so long a lot of times, especially if it's not something that's going to affect it in a major functional way or in some sort of a cosmetic way. So yeah, seems decent. Looks like the clip might have just been banged. I'm not sure if that was done during shipping because of the box being banged around, or if it was just from the manufacturer. I will say this does look like brittle plastic. It's not that thicker plastic that I sometimes see, where if you've seen it, you just can't mess it up. Like the one that comes on Kydex holsters, that's just more solid feeling. This does feel a little bit lighter and brittle, but it's supposed to just hold it. It's not supposed to take impact or anything, so that in most cases is fine. That was an unrelated piece to something else that recently broke. So there you go. Let me see if I can't wipe this off. Now this definitely has a rough look to it. I'd expect it to be like flawless, being that it's brand new, especially with the coating like this. The handle does look brand new. The coating on this almost looks like it's been used. But I don't see anything where you would actually strike it, like any marks or blemishes on it. So I'm not sure if that's just the way it looks, or that's just the finish not being the best. But everything, like the edge, I know the camera won't pick it up as well, but it looks flawless. It looks like it's never been used for cutting anything. And if you looked at the little hammer section, that's just shiny. I can see it on the camera how it looks like it's been dinged, but it hasn't. So unless this hits something like wood, this looks like it's never been used either. I think it might just be the paint. You see what I mean? It's got that like older used look to it. Doesn't bother me. Again, that's minor cosmetic. If it was harsher, then I'd probably be returning it, because one of the reasons we get things new is because we like to be the first ones to put our hands on it. If it's going to be scratched or dented or broken or chipped, we'd like to be the ones to do that. I really like the handle. It feels very solid. I think what gives it the weight is just this thickness up front, because it is a little bit thinner here. It's kind of hard to tell because here, for the most part, the camera makes it look even. It is pretty close though. But I think a lot of the weight comes from the hammer and just this little bit of extra material, because it does, as you can see, get the thinner right here. So I think that gives it that slightly top heavy feel that you want from something like a hatchet. But this G10 style grip, I think that's might be what it is. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't look at it. No, it is. It says G10 handle right on the box. Really gives it a solid feel. I like the idea of having a crowbar. That's the main reason I got this version. They have another one that looks more just like a little hatchet like that with the handle. But this is part of the reason I wanted this. You could really lift up a nail and pretty much pry things that if you need to. But yeah, I think that looks cool. I think I'm going to keep it. I don't plan on returning it. If this fails in the next couple of days, I will contact them. I doubt I'd be clipping it onto my belt anyway. I don't have open property where I can just walk around and do small projects. Things like this, I typically is something I would have in my vehicle. So when I do go somewhere and I need something, I can just get it out of my kit and trunk. I might have to contact them because, look, another piece just fell. Mind you, I just opened it up here on camera for you, and another piece is already broken off. So that piece, I suppose. But again, that's just an accessory. But still, I want it complete, so I will probably contact them on that. And hopefully they'll just send me out another replacement little sheath / holster. If you have one of these, let me know what you think. Has it held up, or is it just kind of a looking cool gimmick? I don't think it is, based on what I'm looking at. Now, I am a little bit concerned that this might need Loctite in the future. So if you do have experience with this, let me know if this has come loose. If it has, that way I can just take it off, and I'll probably red Loctite these if that is the case, just because, I mean, there's no real reason to be removing this, so it should be one and done sort of thing. Same thing with these screws. So let me know if you have any issues with that, or have had any issues if you do own this. If you do own it and nothing's ever happened, it's never been an issue, and you have used it, not I've had it sitting in my closet or my garage for the last year or so. No, if you've actually used it, if those screws do come a little loose or tend to just kind of work themselves out, let me know. Just give me the heads up. I'll go ahead and just put a little bit of red Loctite on them. Just take them out, clean them up with a little alcohol, and seal them off. See the sheath and just it says Autical on here, Autical AI. And of course tells you how to unlock the clip. So if this was something that somebody returned, because those do just look like handling marks, I'm wondering if they didn't not read this and try to force this open, and that's how they broke that. Possibly, but who knows? It is Amazon. They haven't been the best when it comes to returns. They just try to sell it to the next person. But yeah, I'm gonna check this out. Look, warranty info is right there, and let you know how this works out. I will use it a few times in the next few months, because there was some wood I needed to cut up just to get it in the trash a little easier versus loading it up, taking it out somewhere. Just easier to cut it up, smaller chunks, and throw it in the trash, and just save yourself that extra trip. But I will keep you updated on this. For now, again, if you do own it, let me know. Do these work themselves loose, or am I good to go just as is? I appreciate you guys watching. Have a good day. For people that don't know how this works, just thought I'd mention this because I'm pretty sure this is how this one broke. This flips up. It's got that little latch there. Now this one's broken, that's why it doesn't have that second little piece sticking out there. But you lift that up, this squeezes in a little bit, and those little corners kind of hook in here. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, they pretty much hook in there. And this, of course, connects with that. But that's how you're supposed to do it, and then flip it up. So if you had it going through your belt, you would just put it through your belt, close it. Now normally you'd probably be able to press the center, but since mine's got this one broken, it's a little lopsided. But press that, flip it closed, and then you have the sheath secured to you, to your belt. So I just got off the phone with Oli. Wanted me to send it back, and they were gonna take a few weeks to get this replaced. Apparently they don't make just the sheath by itself, where they could send you out a replacement sheath. So if you wanted another one, maybe you customized one, or you want to have two, or like this one of them broke, they aren't able to send you out a replacement sheath. This comes as a unit, so they have to replace the whole thing. So I ended up having to contact Amazon, because I did pick it up through them, and they were trying to get me out a replacement one as well. After some technical issues that the representative was having, I should say, they were going to get me a replacement one, because this doesn't come with its own little deal, and I'm fine with it. They're not going to have me return this one, which is great. That's just because there's really nothing wrong with it aside from it looking like a little worn, but it's going to look like that after the first use anyway. You can just kind of tell this is like super nice and clean, at least for now anyway. But I can tell, again, cameras, I can tell that the finish isn't like an ultra durable. It's going to have that look anyway after some usage, which I'm fine with. It's an axe. It's not made to be pretty. I'm not going to be having this be like some sort of wall hanger or anything. So I'm fine with that. But yeah, Amazon's going to take care of that. I mean, it did suck, but whatever. It's not, again, I'm not going to be pretending I'm some homesteading channel carrying this around everywhere. If anything, this will remain in my emergency kit in my vehicle. I have everything in there that I use for pretty much any type of emergency, and some other things that are like this, just handy. I don't think I'd use this in some sort of emergency, but they do come in handy, so that's always good to have. So the sheath itself, I could remove this altogether. If I get the other one, I'll probably just remove this and have this one be the one in my vehicle. The other one, I'll probably just hold on to it. So if I ever do anything outdoors, I can just have it on an actual belt as intended. And this one can just be an extra. So that's awesome of Amazon to do. I didn't expect that. I thought they were just gonna do what they normally do, where they send you out a replacement, you get it, and then you ship the old one back, which I suck at sometimes because I just got charged for something I didn't return. And I do have it boxed up and broken and everything. But once they charge me, I'm like, whatever, they already charged me. I'm not gonna waste gas to go and drop it off at the nearest drop-off center, which isn't even that far. I just don't like doing stuff like that. But yeah, they took care of this one. I don't have to do anything. They'll just send me out a replacement one. They did let me know it'll take a few days. Hopefully that won't be the case. Amazon does tend to do that, where they say expected date would be like a week or 10 days from whenever the order is placed, and then I'll still get it like in 2 or 3 days. So I'm hoping that's the case here, mainly because I don't want to have to wait around for anything. I forget stuff like that, which is why I forget sometimes I even order things. But yeah, this is awesome. I would recommend this as of now, just based on the hatchet alone. Sheath, again, plastic, what are you gonna do? The actual sheath itself looks pretty durable. It is Kydex. So Kydex, if you've ever had anything Kydex, whether it's sheath for a knife or a gun, you know, they're pretty durable. Yes, they will break, but it takes quite a bit. So it's not gonna happen just by bumping into it. So you should be fine. But that's it for this one. I will be testing it out in the next few days, more for just durability testing on my part. I won't be trying to break cinder blocks with it or shooting it or anything ridiculous like that. I'm going to be using it for its intended purpose, and that's just kind of cutting wood and prying a few things open. Maybe hammering a few things if I can find some nails, just for the sake of testing it. I don't think I'll be videoing that though. That's just me doing that to see whether or not it's worth keeping. If it isn't, if I don't think it's, you know, good enough, I'll probably just get rid of it. But who knows? So far, I think it's going to be fine. It's pretty straightforward, which is one of the things I like about Olites. A lot of their stuff is relatively inexpensive, and it works. Matter of fact, here is one of their lights. I took it off my 22 when I added the little gas pedal or thumb ledge, because I was using this as a thumb ledge. That's the whole reason I bought it. So I now have just an extra light. But yeah, their stuff works and it's reasonably priced. So if it does break or does fail in some way, you're not crying over it. It's budget item, so you'll just get a replacement one. It's not ideal, but it works. It's, for the most part, it'll be lasting you long enough that you won't really complain about the price or the durability of it. So this looks like no different. I'd actually expect someone like Magpul to come up with something like this. Maybe they do, and I haven't checked, but this has definitely got the Magpul vibe. So yeah, I thought I'd give you guys that update before I ended the video. Amazon will be replacing this with the broken little clamp on there for the sheath. And that is it. I still, so far, would recommend the actual hatchet itself. Again, take that with a grain of salt. I haven't used it yet, but it is metal. It is solid. I don't think it's gonna break, but time will tell.